Hi everyone, it's Razyel Kayne, and this is the Night Shift, a new streaming show I'm trying out. I don't know if it's gonna lead anywhere, but I kind of realized that one of the my favorite thing is hearing myself talk, as my wife pointed out today. Because I was a little nervous starting a new show, and she said, "Oh, you're in your element." I'm like, "You're right. I love hearing myself talk." So here I am. So I don't know if it's gonna be every Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern. Might be 9 p.m. Might be other days. I don't know, but I want to try to do it once a week. And my lovely wife is in the chat. Bonjour, Catherine. Happy to see you. She's in a cottage somewhere 2 hours from here, and she's coming back tomorrow with our baby, who's 8 years old now, so hardly a baby. But yeah, it's a new show. I just want to talk and chat with people, but I want to do something different, not just a direct chat show or late night. I grew up on Conan O'Brien. Really, I moved from up north Canada to up north Quebec to a little south of the border near Ottawa in 93, and Conan O'Brien started in 1993. So, I started watching him not long after that. And, I'm not saying I'm doing a late night type show, but I just want a place where people can come in the chat, like my friend Winter, 1338. Everybody's got numbers now at the end of their YouTube handle. But yeah, I just want to try something different. I'm not that old, Winter. Thank you so much. But yeah, I just want to chat, have a guest, plug a bit of news, mostly from tformers.com and maybe other various sites. Because tformers.com has been really good to me because 95% of my traffic comes from tformers.com. Um, and I can attest to that. If I do a non-transformer tour review and I don't post it on tformers.com and I barely get any views. Um, and if sometimes I'll post something on tformers and it's gonna take a couple of days before Bacon gets to it, like right now during the holiday. And if he, with the moment he gets it, then I get my views, not before. So oh yeah, she's my girlfriend is mentioning that my I just cleaned up like nine tablets, nine shelves full of transformers. So every figure, everything, my desk, my review table, everything has been cleaned up. Um, Not necessarily in preparation of this show, but just for the heck of it. So yeah, it took me about 6 7 hours to clean everything up. And that's just cleaning up with a cloth, a bit of water, cleaning your shelves, cleaning your figures. It didn't, it took a while, but I'm really happy to do it. But yeah, before I go any further, I just want to bring up, my favorite thing to bring up, my sponsor, DJC Collectibles. So now, there you go. Look at the production value right now. You have little flashy stars. Yeah, new year, new me, Winter. You're exactly right. So yeah, DJC Collectibles, my sponsor, a fantastic online store. If you're in the Ottawa area and you are trying to get good figures, you want to check this site. It's fantastic. If you're buying Transformers, for now at the bottom, because it's alphabetical, you can get Transformers at 10% off. That's a discount, which is 10 off Raz, which you'll get at the end of the stream. There's the code, or any of my videos, my tour reviews, and everything. You'll have access to that. But it's a good site. If you're in the Ottawa area, it's a must because you can go pick it up directly there. Oh, hey, thanks, Decepticitty. Actually, about the hat, I was planning to do those live stream without my traditional Autobot hat, but I took a shower and after that, I was like, oh, I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna put more gel at this hour and then having to wash it off and everything. So I just, yeah, screw it. I'm gonna keep the hat. So maybe the next time I'll think about not taking a shower before the show. So yeah, DJC, get your stuff. This week's pre-order, if you want to get something, if you are a fan of Heath Ledger, Joker, go ahead and get that. That's on pre-order. Spider-Man and Indiana Jones. If I don't remember Indiana Jones being this, look at that. Which picture? Look at that. He's pretty buff there. I don't remember Indy being that buff, but maybe it's because I was looking at it with my child's eye. But yeah, and then there's new arrivals and upcoming figures. So it's very detailed. And if you want a better search, check the collection section. And then you can search by company, brand. You can even get gift cards. So if you want to make me a gift for some reason, you go on DJC Collectible, you get me a gift card, and I'll be happy. And also, don't forget the rewards program. So right now, you can see that I'm at $44.10 Canadian of rewards that I have accumulated that I could spend on something I probably don't need right now. Anyway, so that's the sponsor bit. That's the commercial for my show. It's going to be that for a long time because he's a great guy. Derek, I meet him at least once a month when I pick up stuff, and I'm never disappointed. I'm going to have a guest later today. That's UltraMegatronus, great guy. He'll be here around 8:30 Eastern again, because I want to, discuss a few things. So I do have I don't know. I made this. Why I made that, I have no clue. I just really like Contra, and I just said, that could be the segue for my topic of discussion. I want to try to do that once per week. Have a different topic. It's a concept that's been overdone. My friend Rodimus Primal has been doing this kind of for a year with his retrospective and his topic of discussion, like who became Cyclonus and all that stuff. So I figured, hey, why not give my 2 cents on topics that we all know. And then after that, I'll show you a bit of the news that's been going around. So my topic this week is fear rib. So frenzy is red, rumble is blue. That's a topic. It's a trigger topic. The moment you mention it, it's worse than politics. There's reds, there's blues. In the States, in Canada, and everywhere around the world, there's red versus blues. And this is the comic cartoon version of red versus blue. Who's red, who's blue? And I think it's a very simple answer. Cartoon Rumble is blue. And then toy Rumble is red. And then the same goes with red. No, Cartoon Frenzy is red, and then Toy Frenzy is blue. Simple as that. So you have, like, I prefer this one here because this is the Cartoon Rumble, but this could easily be Toy Frenzy. So I don't know why this is still a topic of anger and angst and people yelling at each other online. Just stop and be nice to each other. Everybody, I'm colorblind, and I'm okay with, if you want to call it whatever you want, it's cool. But make the distinction between toy version or comics version. Because in the Marvel comics, I think that's Rumble in the comics. It could be. I actually just read those and I don't remember. Again, colorblind. But it's just, why are people still arguing about that? Just base their color off which media is being discussed. Exactly. If you want to say, oh, in the Transformers the movie, while there's a scene where there's actually two red guys, so that could be Toy Rumble and Cartoon Frenzy. On the same screen, you could argue that. And there's so many topics of discussion that people can argue. But I think this is a topic that could be absolutely retired. We don't need to argue about that anymore. There's so much more we can do in our everyday lives that we don't need to argue anymore. So if you agree, just leave a comment or come in the chat and what's your take on this? Is this a topic that we should keep going for the next 40 years? Because Transformers, last year turned, or actually 2 years ago turned um 40. And now the Transformers the movie this year is turning 40. Wow, 40 years of Transformers. It's kind of cool, kind of crazy. But yeah. So again, I'm hearing the sound of my voice and I'm extremely pleased with myself. Uh, so yeah. All right. So that was this segment. So I guess I should close with this. So I don't know why I just think that's hilarious. So anyway, we're gonna move to the news. Um the Skywarp or Bombshell is Cyclonus is just as bad. Yes, which will probably be my next week's discussion. News. So I'm going to share a new screen. Hold on. Replace with. We're gonna start with this. Okay. By the way, why is it not working? Hold on. I'm in the news section and it's not letting me do the news thing. You know how many? Oh, share screen. There you go. This here. Huh. Oh, that's the fun of live television. You don't get. Why is this not working? I guess that's the fun of it. Hold on. I guess. Oh, well, that's the wrong one. Well, okay, let's start with that. TFCon Orlando, they just announced the hotel for the 23rd to 25th convention, which I'm going. So if you guys are going to TFCon Orlando, um, and if you watch my channel and you see me, come say hi. That's going to be a fun thing. But now you can book your hotels. Mine is already booked, thanks to my guest actually today who took care of that. We're going to be roommates again. So yeah, TFCon Orlando, it's happening. The tickets for the convention itself is, well, apparently coming soon. And then also we have a few guests that have been announced today, like Dan Gilvezan and Greg Berger. I think that's for Orlando, or maybe that was for Los Angeles, because that's coming up in March. So don't quote me on that. But make sure you book your hotel, your plane tickets, or your bus tickets, or your train tickets, or anything, to make sure that you don't miss that convention. Because I hear Orlando on the East Coast is the best from because there's a rotation with Baltimore and Chicago. Um, so you Baltimore, sorry, Orlando apparently is the best one to um, you know to go. So we'll try that. And now for the actual news. There you go, Tformers. Okay, so by the way, this is tformers.com. It's a site that has helped me greatly expand my channel, get views. Because I did a traffic analysis once, and that's exactly what it said. It's like 95% of my traffic comes from when you see my stupid face in the review section right here. So, well, actually, this time I think you don't see my face too much, but I'm over here, and then I'm somewhere over here, and you can see me again over here. So yeah, it's a great place. So but I just want to point out, when I'm going to do the news, I'm going to skip over reviews, because I just want to talk about leaks and what's been announced and stuff like that, because that's Always interesting. So we have in the Transformer Generation Studio Series leader Astro Train, a leak from I'm gonna guess Walmart, or maybe not. It should say, oh yeah, there you go, Walmart.com. I don't want to give you misinformation. Possibly coming our way May 1st, 2026. So if this is true, the pre-order should go out pretty soon. Now, I don't know if I'll need another Astro Train because I do love my first Decepticon that I bought was the Siege, or actually the Earthrise repack of Astro Train. So I'm quite happy with that purchase. Um, you have Iron Factory Mirror Commander. I have to say, love the bot mode for this guy. I'm not getting it, get it, but I love the bot mode. Um, I just think this looks extremely goofy. That's just my opinion. Nobody has to have the same opinion as mine, but everybody is entitled to my opinion. Now, this is interesting. I've skipped on the Studio Series 86 Hot Rod because at the time I didn't think it was warranted to have that figure for a Voyager class price. But now I think they're adding more accessories like a fishing pole, a shield, the sword. So that's when he's training with that nameless drone. Two guns, a matrix, and the buzzsaw. Um, and the colors. The colors are really nice on that guy. Visor, you have the little bit of the wings that you see here. Uh, the red, it's kind of a I don't know. I'm colorblind, right? So I think this is more screen accurate than the Studio Series 86 version because now it's no longer Series 86, right? It's the Transformers more than meets the eyes. But this one actually is the Transformers Studio Series 30th anniversary 86 Hot Rod. I think it should be 40th, but I have seen a lot of 30th anniversary. Uh, but I think it should be 40th anniversary. I don't know. There's probably a reason for that. So I think this is a good figure. The problem was that this is a deluxe sold at a Voyager price, and not everybody is happy with that. So it's all up to you. But I think I might replace my classic hot rod, which I've had since 2008 or 10. So I don't know why he's shown here with all the headmasters. Because really, this he doesn't look like the target master type, and he doesn't have a target master. So unless I'm completely wrong, and these aren't the headmasters, and this is Studio Series 86 RC. So he's just a bit taller. So he's not a Voyager size, but with all the plastic we're getting with him, I think that might be where the what do you mean they're taking away accessories? They're also taking away accessories. So there's going to be less accessories than what was. I think these are new accessories because I don't remember seeing some of this stuff with the original release. Um, Hopefully they don't take this away because that would totally suck. But Clinical, thanks to stop by. Welcome to the show. MC DJ, there he is, a great supporter of mine. He's been following me since day one. I think I really appreciate that. So thank you. What else do we have for news too? Okay. Well, Happy New Year from Tformers.com. Thanks, Bacon. Bacon does great work. NFL pre-orders for the I don't know if this is a wave 2. But there's 4 helmets that you can get. If you like football, I'm not a big fan, so I'm not gonna order that. This is a guy who posted this picture, and then somebody made this thing. I don't consider this news. It's funny. Um, oh, he's not coming with blast effects. Oh, okay. Well, I got a whole bag of those, but it's true that he should still have his blast effects. Hey, Dark Ravage, how you doing, my friend? Been a while. Roommate from Baltimore 2 years ago. Wow, a year and 2 months ago. Um, thank you. Thank you. I'm trying a new format. I'll eventually ask you to be on for sure. Then what else do we have? Oh, a Transformers animated mirror series. I'm not gonna play this for copyright stuff, but mirror. So what, like Shatter Glass? That'd be interesting. Mirror comic miniseries. All right, well, check that out. That might be interesting. That's gonna give Hasbro plenty of ideas to repaint some of the figures that we already have from the animated line, if that's what I think. Now, this is the greatest news for MISB collectors. Boxes. These are actual boxes that they attach with a keychain, so you never have to open them. I'm sarcastic, but it's a great little tool. I mean, not tool, but gift. You have, like, if you don't know what to buy your collecting partner, get this keychain, everything. And then we have a super person in the chat. It's a pleasure to have you, Deluxe. Of course, you love Transformers. Um, I'll have him on at some point on this show. And then he's starting a new streaming too. He's doing sharing his thoughts now at least once a week. And I just want to congratulate him on his house, who he's been talking about it since 2021 or maybe even before that. And now he moved to a beautiful place with a TV outside. I remember seeing that in his video. There's a TV outside in a brick wall. It's beautiful. I want to go there one day. So anyway, so you have those little tiny boxes. You have Hot Rod, Ultra Mag. You know what? I might need to get an Ultra Magnus box. Starscream Deluxe. You have to get that. It's a Starscream. You have to get that. Cyclonus, Soundwave, and I think this is Wave 2 because there was a Wave 1. There you go, Wave 1 of these things. Of course, Megatron. So if you want to have a gun Megatron, now's your chance. Optimus, of course, Jazz Bumblebee, all these people. So yeah, that's fun stuff for this. And then, well, everything else is kind of old news now because that's his recap of last week. So I want to share something else. Well, no TV, but you have a spot for it, so that counts. I want to share a new screen, which is going to be this one. So I don't know if you guys follow me, followed some of my other reviews. I'm a huge fan of the movie Fire and Ice. I'm a huge fan of Frank Frazetta, the artist. So I started following Frazetta girls, basically his granddaughter Sarah, I believe, started a company. I don't know if she's alone in this. I want to interview her at some point, but she started a company, or she's part of the company that basically take the art of Frank Frazetta, shown here, and you have all this gallery. They sell pictures, a complete book of all of his artwork, but they have a shop, basically a company that's called Icon Collectibles. And Icon Collectibles they have action figures, they have statues, but they're coming up with a retro line of figures. So there's six figures right now. Conan, Death Dealer, and John Carter of Mars. And if you order online, you have this variant here with long hair, a different helmet for Death Dealer instead of this. And for John Carter, you have the exclusive sculpt. So basically, it's different that sculpt because everything else is the same. I'm definitely getting the Conan figure because I'm a huge Conan fan. Mostly of the books. I like the movie. Schwarzenegger did an amazing job, especially for the first movie. It's a great stuff, but I do prefer the style from Frank Frazetta. So that's here the original drawing. So I have the bigger one from the um, 1/12 scale. and it's a fantastic. But I do like the kind of He-Man look of this, so I'm going to probably order that. But it's kind of expensive, 56 bucks Canadian. I'm waiting to see if DJC Collectible gets it, because if he does, then that's not a problem. So waiting on that. But these are exclusive online. I don't know if it's just exclusive to the FrazettaGirls.com website. But if you're a Conan fan or a Frazetta fan, uh, go get yourself some of these figures. And now for the next part of the show, I'm gonna bring in my guest, who's I'm gonna wake up right now because he's in the back, and we're gonna try to let's hope that technology works better this time. So give it up for UltraMegatronus. I have to select him like that. Well, that looked dumb. A bad transition. I'm new at this, man.
Hey, bud. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. How are you, roommate?
Doing good, doing good. Very stoked, very excited about this year's TFCon in Orlando this year. So, looking forward to it. It's going to be a long drive for me because I ain't taking a plane. But that's neither here nor there. How have you been? And congratulations on your first inaugural show. I'm honored to
Yeah,
be
I'm,
here.
just trying new things. Eventually, maybe I'll have an announcer at the beginning to say live from Ottawa or
Hey,
Gatineau or something.
there you go. Oh, man. I was
Sorry, my
old.
mouth is super dry because I've been talking alone for an hour, half an hour.
And
Um,
cheers to you, sir.
oh, there you go. So, how have you been? How was your holiday? How was your Christmas?
Everything was good. Quiet, peaceful. Couldn't ask for any more than that. So I'm happy that everything went good. So, how's yours?
But actually, I had one party on the 24th at my father-in-law, who he got me the Fire and Ice Tigra. I
Yep,
was
I
not
saw a review.
expecting that. Was really happy to have that. My review did shit views, as usual. Like I was talking with Deluxe this today, YouTube is trying to bury tour reviewers because nobody, even Patriot Prime, was mentioning that his view went down significantly. And it's not like Deluxe and PPR are, they're doing great work. So, you'd expect, I'd expect YouTube to promote a little better or work the algorithm a little better.
Yeah, I
So,
know they're trying that new thing now where it's not only on your like regular YouTube channel, but also now it's on like the cell phone mobile. And for whatever reason, the algorithm on that one, the numbers get higher than
yeah.
they do on the other. Which I'm not going to argue. To me, it's like
Now,
okay, if I got one viewer here and 99 over here, that's 100 viewers. I'm happy with that.
I just need Restream to start doing that because that's
Yeah,
why we're on Restream tonight. I guess people saw on the thumbnail it said Restream and everything. Reason being is that StreamYard cut everybody's balls off by removing the option to upload your intros and your own videos with the free version. For years, you could
huh,
upload videos, and like Kato used to have super chats, and everybody had super chats videos. Now you can't have that
that is
unless
crazy. I
you
know.
have the paid versions, which I know you do have.
Yeah, I got lucky on that one. I ended up getting the $10 lifetime one, and they just kept upgrading certain things. But I guess if you're a member, they'll just say, okay, well, if you stick with this, this is what we'll give you. It's not much, but just to help you a little bit more.
Yeah,
And I've
as
been
long as
happy
they
with what
do.
I got so far, so I'm not gonna argue.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
everybody's got to do what
exactly.
they got to do.
But I went with Restream for this, and I'm still learning all this stuff. It's kind of weird that it wouldn't let me reshare the other screen. But anyway, um, it happens. But yeah, no, I had a good Christmas on the 24th, and then on the 25th went to some other in-laws, for on my wife's side for a supper. That was really good. So my gift so far, because I do have in 2 days, I'm doing Christmas with my family. And we just found out today that there is an opening for my mom at a care home 8 minutes away from my dad instead of half an hour.
Oh,
And
that's
he
awesome.
and he had to make a decision today to move her. Like it's we have a room, move or not. And then my dad's like, okay, well go check it out, move, boom, done.
Hey,
So it went way too fast. And but we're gonna have Christmas with my family on Sunday, and hopefully see my mom a little bit. Well, I know I'll go see her, and then we do gift exchange. Now that the children are older, we included everybody in. So we only buy each other like one gift. So there's no longer like I buy gifts for everybody. They buy gifts. So we draw. So I have one gift coming on my dad's side, and you know.
yeah, I get that. I mean, like my kids, like my one is 21 and my other one's 19, and it's harder to get gifts these days. The younger one, he's Gen A, whatever. He wants to go with the whole, hey, Dad, can I get this screen that's like $2,000? I'm like, hell, I don't even got a TV set for $2,000, but I'll negotiate and work something that, yeah, kids today, folks, that's what they're about, but not
Two
all of them.
thousand bucks.
But no, so I ended up getting him a new desk and a new chair because he's doing good in college and all that stuff. So I'm very proud of him for that. My oldest son, just get him clothes and all that. And then my wife and my family's like, what do you want for Christmas? I said, don't bother. I will take care of me for Christmas and I'll put your name on it because I know what I'm looking for. You guys got to take care of yourselves and everything. So,
That's nice.
yeah.
See, my oldest, he buys his gift and then he brings it here. I wrap it and then I give it back to him on Christmas. And we do the same thing with my gift. I order something, I give it to him. And it's this way we're both happy, but we still want to. It's mostly for my youngest. We want him to see us opening gifts and have fun. And
Right.
yeah.
Yeah. Right
So
now, it's all about the kids.
hold
For
on,
sure.
clinical. I think I know what Hasbro are going to do with Kranix. Almost certain it will be a retool of Quintus Prime. I don't have Quintus Prime. I don't know. I'm just happy we're getting a Kranix. As long as he has a close enough physique and a perfect head sculpt, I will be happy. And then after that, we need a retool into Arbalest and Nancy. Most importantly, a Nancy, so that I can complete this cast. So
Yep. Season 3. I
season
know a
three.
lot of people are wanting because I know when they announced Kranix, you were very excited about that.
Oh yeah, like I've been saying it for years. Basically, the I guess I am a little disappointed that he's gonna transform. Actually, like I would have taken a RED version. When the red line came out,
Right.
that would have been good enough for me. A non-transforming Kranix, Arbalest, and Nancy. But we'll see. What they do with it. And then I've been wanting a GI Joe classified style line of humans. But instead, I might as well show this. I have a
Oh
3D
no.
printed Slizardo that I got, but then I also ordered humans, but then the scaling's a bit different.
Yeah.
So this is Sparkplug, and I have Chip, Spike, Doctor Archival, and Carly. They're all like that. But then I have a big Skuxoid. So anyway, it's I've been dipping into the 3D printed from AliExpress a little bit because I don't think Hasbro ever will give us actual action figures of humanoid characters.
Mm, maybe I don't know. I mean, Hasbro as of late has been actually been doing something that I never thought they would do, and it's listening to their fan base. And with certain things, I mean, like definitely, as far as I'm concerned, with all the lines that have come out, Age of the Primes has been knocking it out of the ballpark. You got some great hits, you got some bad misses, but all in all, it's like literally people are actually happy with what they're getting as far as collectibles concerned. I know my Cronus was one of the ones that was a 50-50 deal. I liked him. I enjoyed him personally. Um, New York Hunter, who we know, he was like, not my thing. and he
Yeah.
just decided to do what he had to do with it. And
Yeah.
you know what I would love to see come out in an action figure form that would complete season 3 though. And I got him close by too. We need the old snake.
Oh, old snake. Yeah.
We
See,
need old
to me,
snake.
that's an instant sold out figure.
Oh
You
yeah.
do an old snake, every GI Joe collector will get it. Every Transformer collector will get it. I mean,
And
it's just, and if you're a Chris Latta fan, you'll get it.
yeah,
Like
and they
there's
did it
no
once
in
too.
between.
And they did do it once too. I think with the Generations line, or I know they did it with it was 2 of the with the bots that looked kind of like what they had in Transformers Prime, like the soldiers. And then it was like
Okay.
Old Snake. I know I've seen it, and what they're asking for price wise is like, oh my god. But it looks good. It's like it's the GI Joe figure, the trench coat, the hat, the silver mask. I'm like, oh, I would love to get my hands on that sucker. And if they ever decide to redo them, that would be completely like, and especially if you do a 2-pack, Starscream, Old Snake 2-pack, that would sell incredibly well.
Yeah, it would be an instant hit. No problem. Anyway,
Did GI Joe
all right,
fan?
so
No.
I do have a couple questions because this is supposed to be a chat show where I interview people. We've known each other for about 2 years now. But how did you get started with YouTube? Let's start with YouTube.
Well, I guess I got to give credit first off to Ninja Bill from Ninja Bill Reviews. I had watched a couple of YouTube channels, and I got to meet a lot of you through them. I was playing and toying with the idea of doing a nighttime show on Saturdays. You know, have people come on and just chill out, and relax. You know, no limitations, no restrictions. Just hey, come on board, hang out. You can come in when you want to. You can leave when you want to. That kind of environment, because I know a lot of streams, they're very locked in to keeping it a certain way, a certain format. And for me, it's like, you know what? There's too much tension with that. I don't want any of my guests to ever feel that they're like limited to what they want to do. So the first thing, like I said, thanks to Ninja Bill, he actually started to push. And then with the second segment that I did, that was because of you, actually, to the Meet Your Reviewer segments.
Oh, right. Okay.
And I was like, I'm hoping that I'm going to be doing it in 2026. It's going to be reformatted in a new way. And looking forward to the people that I've already spoken with to get them on. And I can't wait. And that's basically it. You know, I did it for hanging out and having a great time and getting to know a lot of the collectors out there. And it's an awesome community. You know, we all have we share a bond that some people were like, you know, though that's kind of ridiculous and stupid. Why would you want to collect toys? Well, first of all, people collect anything on the planet. It could be books, it could be bottle caps, it could be anything. Why should we be?
God, you just reminded me. I had a huge bottle cap collection for no reason. We just had a beer bottle cap collection. Oh my God, that's the thing. When you start thinking about your collecting habit and you go, oh yeah, I used to collect this, and then it goes back to like you used to collect a racer or stamps or rocks. You know, it starts with my youngest has a rock collection. It just random rocks he gets on the playground, and he's like, oh, this is a cool rock. I'm like, it's really common, but you know, if you like it, you like it. It's your stuff. So yeah, I mean, it's really wow. You just brought back a couple memories. So you've been collecting for a while. I remember you being a very generous subscriber because Ninja Bill used to review a lot of stuff that you had sent him. That's even before you started your channel. You would just gift him like a couple things, you know, like here and there, like twice a year we'd get a box. Oh, this is from UltraMegatronus. I'm like, all right, I guess, you know, the guy's rich. Just giving
I'm not
up.
that rich. I know where to get a good deal for sure. And half of it is because of my wife, who at one time used to be an assistant manager at a toy store called KB Toys. And discounts came in very handy around that time. And now she's at another store called As Seen on TV, and the curse continues because now I'm collecting blockies, and I'm not even buying them individually. I'm buying them by the set. So it's like I'm happy with it's a time consuming project, that's for sure.
That's new. Used to know someone that collected the little packs of sugar from cafe and restaurants. Actually, you know what? Matches from
Yeah.
hotels used to be a thing that people collected too. So you know what? Not even surprised with the sugar packets. Why not?
Actually,
Why not?
you saying that, I used to collect before I quit. Like I quit smoking like 4 years ago. But back in the day when I was stupid and smoking cigarettes, I used to collect the matchbooks of Camel cigarettes because they used to have different artwork each time, and I always was
Okay,
like,
yeah.
pretty cool. So
Well, that's yeah. I mean, did I collect cigarette packs? Because I used to smoke too, up until 9 years ago. Um, no, I don't think I did. I remember in the 70s and 80s, people would try to build walls of stapled cigarette packs on their walls. I don't know where that came from. I don't know.
yeah.
Like probably is a movie or a music video somewhere on MTV, or it's yeah, a battery collection. That's pretty cool though. You know, I want to know if the 9-volt battery ask the other batteries, do people lick you? So it's everybody does that. You get it. Why we like pain, I guess. No, I hate pain. I hated doing that, and I discovered or I read on Facebook, so it's probably not true, that spicy food, which everybody knows I cannot handle. I tried every type of spice, hot or burning stuff, and apparently the brain doesn't have a section for hot and spicy. It just have a section. It triggers the region of the brain that connects with pain. So people that like hot and spicy food just like pain. So I don't like pain. Yeah, you probably do like that. So you know, if those are the type of people you want to go slap and they'll be happy.
Well, I'm not
But
gonna
that
go with I'm not gonna go with the hot, kill me on site hot sauces and everything else. I got a limit too.
why we all used to be there when Patriot Prime and Bert would freaking eat Pocky chips and almost kill the guy in Baltimore 4 years ago, 4 or 5 years
Oh,
ago.
they were this close. I was gonna send them a gummy from my wife's
Oh
store.
yeah, the
I was gonna
hot
send them, and
gummy.
Patriots like, I don't think I want to do that one. I think I'm good. I'm like, okay.
I don't know. I can't. I tried. Ask my wife. I tried actually in sushi, the little spicy mayo. I don't mind. Not the wasabi shit. That's for people that just want to get punching in ads. It's the same thing to me. But yeah. So you started collecting Transformers, but you collect Star Wars and Marvels as well, right?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
What
I love Star Wars. I'm a diehard Star Wars fan. Um,
So when did you start collecting, like hardcore collecting action figures in general?
um, all right. So not counting childhood because that's what parents are there for. I
Right.
started hardcore collecting around the age of 18, 19. Started off
Oh,
slow, and then all of a sudden just exploded. I was collecting Star Trek figures like Star Trek: The Next Generation. Um, when Star Wars Episode One came out, or I'm sorry, I take it back. The Power of the Force, which was supposed to be the reissue of the original trilogy, got those.
okay.
Still have those somewhere. Built up, went to episodes 1, 2, and 3, and then took a hiatus for a bit. COVID came, and then I was like, you know what? Before even COVID even hit, I've never really collected Transformers because at the time it was like expensive for my family to get. So I used to get like a third party. So my first third
Well, hold on.
party.
You went from like age 18 to COVID. There's like a 20-year gap here.
Well, I don't
Like
want to
it's
bore you
okay.
guys with all
So
that
you
stuff.
were very young. So did you ever purge your collection?
No, actually,
Patriot Prime did that big purge of 2012, I think, where he
no,
sold most of his collection.
no. Actually, I still have cases I still have cases in my garage, in fact, of stuff that I collected from the past, like Marvel Legends, the Star Wars stuff that I mentioned before.
Yeah.
The Transformers stuff was starting to build up a little bit slowly. That was when the Combiner War series came out, Generations stuff came out, because I've never actually had my own. And I said, you know what? I've always wanted a Transformer. Let me, buy it finally. A good quality one. We know where that goes. But after that, as you can see in the background, it kind of built up.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like your guys' collection. I've seen like yours, Patriots, Deluxe. A lot of people out there. You guys got like a massive collection. So
well, hold on. I'm not in the same basket of massive collection. I have a wall, and my figures are really spaced out. Like my season 1 cast is like 5 shelves. I think I think Patriot just finished his G1 collection, and he has so much stuff in that tiny room. It's insane.
yeah,
That's a massive collection. And then Deluxe, I can't wait for him to actually unpack everything and put everywhere. But he has, and Bert the Stormtrooper has a massive collection. So I think I have a reasonably sized collection. Like an average size collection.
because I
But
think we have to stay in control of what we collect, because if not, then we're going to be out of the house, courtesy of our loved ones saying, okay, now, if they're not paying rent and you can live outside, and we'll keep this in here.
yeah, exactly. Question for BBP here. BB Break Builder Prime. Yeah, BBP. Um, that's one thing I can't do. Put my collection in boxes. I don't know why. If it's not on the shelf, I sell it. Like I don't want to have boxes. I respect people that do. Like it's that's your thing. And sometimes life happens. You have to move. You have to do this. You don't have the room. It happens. But um, if I can enjoy looking at it, I sell it. Or if a figure no longer pleases me, like I love. You remember when I did reviews for the dice links, those
Yeah.
little Dungeons and Dragon dice?
Mm-hmm.
I don't enjoy them anymore. So I'm probably going to sell the whole thing. It's because they stopped the really what got me is that they stopped producing them before completing the 5 dragons. So I have 4 of the 5 evil dragons. I'm missing the blue one. So now I'm looking at an incomplete set every day. I'm like, I'm probably going to have to get rid of that. But that's just me. Hey, fellow Canadian David CT. How you doing,
Amen.
man?
Yeah, the hard part about collecting is definitely getting rid of. If you have an incomplete set. Well, my thing is that, and this is what burns me, you get rid of something, and then all of a sudden, what you're looking for all this time, all of a sudden pops up, and it's like, no! Do I want to go back and start this all over again?
Yeah.
Because it's one of my favorite franchise lines. That's the hard part.
Yeah, like the Seekers. I have Thundercracker on pre-order, and I know if I like it, I'm gonna replace all my Seekers in the next 3 years, because that's probably gonna take 3 years for them to do Thundercracker, Starscream, and then the Coneheads.
See, I like the ones that are out, like that came out with Siege, Earthrise, and Kingdom. So maybe this is going to sound crazy to some people. Some people might actually agree with me, but I can't sell those guys, because to me, it's like this is a whole different story arc from what is going to be coming out now. Like Thundercracker, which I also did pre-order too, and I think that mold looks phenomenal.
Yeah.
It's going to be the Studio Series G1, what I grew up with back in the 80s Transformer that I've always wanted. The stuff that came out with Siege, Earthrise, and Kingdom, that's its own storyline. And honestly, I feel the Kingdom line, when it came to the Beast Wars characters, I think they did a phenomenal job on how they made them. Material-wise, I know some people were kind of upset with Megatron, Beast Wars Megatron, because I guess the skin for some people bubbled up and didn't last too long. Mine's still holding strong, thankfully.
Yeah,
I did enjoy that line. That was my first creation.
I started collecting with Earthrise because that's when they started making figures that looked like they walked out of the screen,
right,
of what I watched when I was a kid. See, for my fellow Canadian, if it's a Target exclusive, you can get it at DJC Collectibles. Just letting you know. That's one thing I like about Toys R Us closing down. Is that now we're getting figures at DJC Collectibles instead. So ten
Yeah,
percent
they sent
off.
it back to the United States, guys. We're getting Toys R Us over here now, and believe me, not really.
Yeah, at part of Macy's, it's not going to be the same.
No, it's
It's
not the same. They
it's
did open up one. It wasn't part of Macy's either. It was in New Jersey, and it's its own entity, like how it was back in the day, and it looked pretty good. But aside from that, if the price is going up and everything else, it's going to be the same Toys R Us motif that we've had in the past.
yeah.
Expensive
Okay.
toys.
Well, you guys are getting priced like crazy. Like Anthony Haslag from HNE Toys and every other freaking channel he has. He did the calculation right now with the conversion rate. You guys are paying more for a Voyager and a leader than we are,
Yeah.
which makes it crazy to me. I mean, yeah, David, Toys R Us, they closed in 2025, they closed 38 store, if not more.
Wow.
There used to be 7 Toys R Us in the Ottawa Gatineau area. Like I'm saying, within an hour and a half drive, and now we have 2 left. So yeah, it's closing fast too.
Yeah, I know Danny Alpha was talking about that on the West Coast in Vancouver, that they're
Yep.
starting to shut down over there.
I think she doesn't have any Toys R Us in her area now. I think it's all
Maybe
gone.
I think she might have one left. I'm not sure. She might have one left.
Yeah, but even then, I don't. I haven't bought anything there in 3 years because it's just so expensive.
Yeah.
It's $10 more for deluxes, so I'm not paying $45 for a deluxe. So yeah,
And now we got the whole third party situation going on. Like the third party that they released for Optimus Prime, and you can get the add-ons and stuff. Like again, New York Hunter Impressions, he had gotten one. I think Diecast Norb's got one as well of the Optimus Prime third party, and they said flat out there is absolutely
You mean the KO? Yeah, the KO.
The
I have
KO.
the white version, and it's really good. It's not as good as the Hasbro stuff, but because it's panels are not clicking, or there was a lot of like plastic dust after I played with it on the table. I'm like, all right, so there was some parts that weren't sanded down properly or stuff like that.
Right.
So
yeah, I mean, like a lot of third party, it's a hit and miss with third party. Like I ended up getting at TFCon Baltimore, Shattered Glass Optimus Prime, but the movie version from when they did Bumblebee. So I was stoked, and they asked $20 for it out of box, $20. I'm like, sold. Just give it.
And that's the thing. KOs are
it felt just like the
KOs
original.
are really good. I have a few KOs. Like my G1s are KOs. Because I don't want to pay $100. Although I did get Memo. Memo joined your stream not long ago. So we kind of reconnected because we hadn't talked in a while. So he's actually sending me his DX9 side swipe. And I just bought him a complete G1 side swipe because he didn't have one, and I ordered him the Toy Hacks decals. So we're trading more than gifting at this point, but I'm happy to have the DX9. So that's going to be interesting. So yeah, so we're gonna put after SS86 and the rest of G1 generation. I'm out of Ash Blow. Yeah, I think once I'm done with the season 1 and 2 and 3, I always have a problem saying 1 through 3. It's kind of weird, but when I said for like the 3 first season, once I'm done with that, I think Hasbro is gonna take a hike for me. I think I'm gonna go with other franchise, because I really just want to have that cast done. But if they update I don't think I'll need another Optimus Prime, because I mean the Studio Series 86 one is fantastic. They could make a better one, but is it gonna be that much better than what we got? Same thing with Ultra Magnus.
I think Ultra Magnus, they did a phenomenal job on it. When I got them in the mail, And I was like, holy crap, I'm doing an unboxing. This is crazy. And it's like, I just enjoy it. I mean, he's in the background over here somewhere. In fact, he's right behind me.
Yeah.
But
Oh yeah.
that was one of the
Well,
best
now
ones
you're
that
frozen,
came
but
out.
yeah.
Yeah, and I had a feeling when Studio Series started coming out, and there's been an argument behind the whole pricing deal between Studio Series and the other franchise lines. And I'm like, and I see it. It's like, yeah, the Studio Series is either going to be a little bit more or a little bit less than the other versions that came out, because it depends on what Hasbro wants to do. That's their marketing ploy. They're like, okay, well, we'll tell them this is for like $59.99, but we'll have the same one, different freaking make mold for $29.99, and people will get it because either they're compulsive in regards to like getting certain things different, or they just don't really care and just say, screw it.
Yeah. No, it's getting more expensive to collect, but at the same time, I'm getting more picky. I don't buy as much.
Yeah.
According to me, according to my wife, I buy the same amount, but I'm like, no, I've slowed down. I'm pretty sure I've slowed down, and this, like, I could have bought a couple things, recently. I'm like, I don't need it. Like, if it's not oh, we have double D in the chat. There you go. Gonna have her on the I'm gonna have her on that show, on this show eventually. So yeah. Question for you though: did
Yes.
your wife / girlfriend / whatever marry into the collection? Like, she knew up front.
So actually, she used to be into a series called ElfQuest. So she also went to conventions.
I remember that.
Yeah, I've heard of it. I've never really gotten into it too much. She liked it. It's been years since she's touched one, but book about it. But yeah, she knew I was into collecting. I didn't go crazy at the time because things at the time that I was looking for were like not really popping out, like grabbing my attention. It's like, okay, yeah, I'll get this and I'll put it over here. This thing. The moment she worked at KB Toys, it was over. It was like, okay. Even before she even worked there, I was getting stuff from there. Half my episode 1, 2, and 3 figures came from her store, and that was like before her, after her. So she knew what she was getting. In fact, she got into the Marvel series. So like, if you remember the X-Men figures that came out, the Hugh Jackman, the Patrick Stewart versions, and all that stuff, she was the type of person that she would go after the chase figures and say, okay, this is coming with me. Everything else goes out. So yeah, if you got friends in toy stores,
yeah, I don't have friends in toy stores. I have a good sponsor in a toy shop, but not. I've never been this hardcore to, like, I remember Anthony mentioning that he knew when the trucks came, he knew where, like, I'm like, oh no, I've never been this hardcore for collecting. Once I opened a box at Walmart, because I felt like such a rebel, like, because I'm like, okay, this box says Hasbro. I'm not seeing it on the shelf. I'm gonna open this up, and then I open it, and it's Barbie. I'm like, oh, screw this. But it was just so weird.
I learned that trick
for me
after
that going, like, I can't do it.
If there's one thing I learned in the collecting business, yep. If there's one thing I learned in the collecting business, that if you're gonna open up a box at the store that's not opened, you better put it out for them, because that happened one day where somebody just walked away. I'm like, I gotta know. So I opened it up. I was like, oh, cool, they got it. And I was like, and I just went to the guy. I was like, listen, man, I'm not gonna lie. I opened up the box. I'll put them up on the pegs for you if you want. And he was like, okay, cool, thank you, man, appreciate it. And ever since then, like, I would like talk to the people that work there, and they're like, hey, man, it saves me 10, 15 minutes. I can go to break here earlier. Awesome, rock on.
There you go. Danny, that's because you're a scalping person. You buy everything and then you sell it. I'm just teasing you. But yeah, the one thing that really pissed me off, though, an employee, like, I was at Best Buy and I was looking for like a Dragon Ball Z DVD set. I asked the guy, I'm like, "Did you have it?" He's like, "Oh yeah, I bought it." I wanted to ram his head so hard in the shelf. Like, don't tell me that you bought it because,
Yeah.
at least tell your boss, "Oh, I'm going to buy that. Order another one." Anyway, it's just yeah. I was upset that day.
I
So,
don't believe you. You ever go
but
into
I'm kind of glad I didn't buy that DVD box because now there's so much Dragon Ball Z. It would be extremely expensive to maintain a collection of DVDs for that.
It's not that bad. You can get like the entire series for like $100 if you want.
Yeah, well, yeah, probably now. But now they have like two series, right? Running. They have Daima and they have Superheroes, which is a follow up to DB Dragon Ball Super, I
No,
think.
actually, they did say something. They're talking 2027 possibly. Dragon Ball Super 2 coming out.
Oh, okay, Super 2.
They are
Pick
doing a
for
Super 2.
lifestyle. There you go. That's my girl. Got to pick for the lifestyle, baby. There you go.
See, what gets me, I don't know if this has ever happened to you, where you would go into a store. Target is infamous for this. You'd walk into a store, see a figure that you're like, oh, wow, they released it already? That's great. You go to the register, you scan it, doesn't come up. Employee comes up and they're like, oh, no, I'm sorry, we can't sell this. And they take it away from you, walk away.
Yeah, no, that I don't like. Big Easy, thanks for dropping by. I hope I'm not missing anyone in the chat. Man. Trying to learn to keep the focus on the guest, which apparently is something I haven't done properly in the past. I'm just saying it's been mentioned, but yeah. So no, I wanted to know about that. That's one thing. Eventually, I want to interview a couple collectors partner, either wife or boyfriend, or just like uh, Jason was telling me that I was probably opening a can of worm I shouldn't open, but it would be interesting for me to know, like, did you marry before or after the collection started? Did you get worried when the collection started? Just but apparently the hardest part is going to be getting those partner on camera.
Yeah.
Might be tricky.
You
Not
might you
everybody's
might be able to
comfortable.
get the one that Patriot just did a stream with the naked reviewers that he was on the show a couple of weeks
Oh
ago.
yeah, the corrupted collectibles. I think
Yeah,
that's their channel. I'm seeing a lot of shorts from them. Um, but yeah, he was on that. But they do that together, so that's like a family channel. There's a lot of people that did that. There was a guy. He was a friend of Flynn Dilly, and he started doing reviews with his two kids. I don't know where that went. I haven't seen a video of him pop up in a while. Maybe he's still going on, and I'm just not getting a notification. But the danger with doing something with your kids is that they lose interest in something way faster than you do. Um, so that's why I wanted to do stuff with my kid once
yeah.
he speaks a little better English. But yeah, I see like he's going to be intense about something for 3 months, and then after that, it's like I don't want to do this no more. So I'm like, I don't want to, start a show or something with him to have fun if he's not gonna, keep
Times
doing it.
times are definitely different from what we did. Like we grew up in an era that had a lot of imagination, activity. We grew up with not too much technology. Like technology was like ooh ah oh, it was pioneering. It was fresh. It was like totally like wow, this is awesome. Now it's everywhere, and kids today, a lot are just sitting home going, not
That's a
really using.
great question, Tracy. I think it could. I have a friend who stopped collecting to save his relationship. That's my take from it. He's a fellow Canadian, and I know it was becoming a problem. Now, I don't know his whole situation. I think it could affect the marriage. I know it scared my wife didn't marry in 2D collection, right? She bought me a Bumblebee, a G1 reissue Walmart exclusive Bumblebee, a small thing for like $12. and then the next year I had Optimus Prime. No, I had my son bought me after that. He bought me Wheeljack and Earthrise Wheeljack and Siege Sideswipe. Then after that, I bought a couple more, and then more and more and more. And eventually, she did say, "You have to slow down. You have to stop," because I had the fear of missing out. So I think if you're in the fear of missing out zone, it can affect the marriage because you're buying everything because you don't want to pay scalper price in 2 years. So I think it definitely can affect the marriage. But if you have a good relationship, I don't think it will destroy the marriage. Because my wife, without my wife, and uh, Martin, you're in the same boat. Without your wife, you don't have a collection.
A lot of these here, I will not lie. So to answer, hi Mama, by the way, Mama Tracy Jorge. Um, my wife and I, we actually feed off each other when it comes to collectible stuff. So my wife currently is collecting, uh, like she does Funko Pops. God help us. She also started getting into these other, like, it's not the Labubu series, it's something else she's gotten into. So for me, she looks out for my, like, for whatever I'm looking for. She's like, hey, do you have this? She'll text me during work and all this stuff. After I'm like, what does she want? Oh yeah, I don't have that one. Yes, go get that. But at the same time, when I have the opportunity to hit the stores, if I see something, I call her up while she's working and say, hey babe, do you happen to have this? And she'll be like, yeah or no, I'm not too sure. So it all depends on like how the relationship is with your partner, and like if you have a great relationship and you're doing like you know, one person's collecting one thing, the other person's collecting the other one, and you're helping each other out, it
Yeah,
tends to make the relationship really
it's a
smooth.
partnership. And also, it depends what you collect, right? If you collect action figures, she might find you a little childish, but she might appreciate your childlike innocence. But if you're collecting dildos, oh shit, that's going to be a problem. I'm
Mm,
just saying, it depends on what you're collecting. Um, Dark Ravage, hold on. Da, 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 we fans. TFCon Road, Jimmy showed me third party. Yeah, there's definitely third party is doing a great job at giving us
yeah.
Transformers that we don't have. Is it the collection that caused the issue or the money spent on the collection? Oh, it could be both. If you're stupid collecting and you're missing out on mortgage payments and electricity bills and shit like that, definitely the money spent on the collection is the problem. But if you live in a two-bedroom apartment and have your living room is filled with boxes with Transformers in it, that could be a problem as well. So it depends, you know, of your individual situation. But that's a good point. Oh, thank you so much. Another subscriber. Right now, I'm standing at 1,420 something. Um, so yeah.
And I'm right there with him,
Thanks,
minus
man.
1,300 and something.
Yeah, you'll get there eventually. But I mean, what I like about your channel is that we just go there and chat. It's like when you're 20 years old and you have like that one friend who has
Yeah.
an open house apartment. I had a
Yep.
friend like that. We're still buddies. My friend Sean, he would. I remember like we would walk in at any time, any day. He'd be there. No knock, no nothing. Door was unlocked. We go there, shoot the shit, and leave. One time I had to call in sick. My phone, my landline, I had no cell phone. My landline was broken. So I just left home, went to his place, picked up the phone, called work, called in sick, hang up, left. And then I went back the next day and like, did you come here yesterday, make a phone call? I'm like, yep, totally did.
For those of you that are too young to know what a landline is, look it up on Google. They'll show you exactly what it is.
Yeah. 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 We're aging ourselves with
Yeah.
landline. Yeah.
Now,
What
aging
is
is something to
hiding
be
under my hat?
wondering.
Oh, it's just my hair, man. Don't worry. It just like I said at the beginning, I did take a shower before, and then I'm like, oh, I should have not washed my hair and then keep my gel. And I'm like, I'm not gonna add new gel at this hour. because I don't want to sleep with fresh gel. So it's crazy.
I can never get used to you without that hat. I know I've known you for all these years with the hat on, and like all of a sudden, like one day you didn't have it. I was like, you have blonde hair? And I was like, no, wait a minute. My eyes are bad, but you used to get so used to seeing somebody.
Oh yeah. It happens.
Crazy.
You're out of context. I saw my pharmacist at a Dollarama one day. And I'm like, I know this guy. And I couldn't for the life of me place him. And I see him like once a month at least when I go get my monthly prescription. And we've talked many times. And I'm like, I know this guy, and I couldn't out of context. People, it's really, really, it's tricky. So when people are used to see, it's like Jason when he wears a hat at TFCon, everybody recognizes him. He wears no hat, and then he's able to breathe a little bit.
And then they come to you saying, "Hey, Patriot, how you doing?" No, I'm his twin brother.
Yeah. But that joke is done now. I don't think it worked for a while. And I made that twin video, but we have the lone dragon. Yeah, chew bubble ass and kick gum. There you go. That's a lone dragon quote right there. So yeah. So do you ever plan to finish collecting? Like, is there a point that you set that you told yourself, once I have all of this, I am done?
Honestly, I don't know. No, Diecast Norbs, shout out to Norbs, by the way, says it the best. When these stop, when he stop doing, I'll stop collecting, or the catchphrase he does. I don't want to like copy his thing. It's true, because when you think you're finally done with your collection and you're like, okay, I can kick back, relax, something comes out and it's like, oh, I want that.
Yeah.
So now you got to make the decision. Do you want to do, like you said, do the purge on your other stuff to make room for this stuff? Or do you want to continue keeping it? Right now, like the newest thing for me is the Blocky series. And the only ones that have not gotten, surprisingly, has been the Shining series, because all it is the Galaxy series, but they light up.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
I just ordered the Galaxy Planet Unicron on AliExpress.
Yeah, I'm waiting for that. I'm waiting for the build-up kit, which this time I'm going to patiently wait for this one, because I got the Devastator one. It was $5 through Blockies, but then $20 shipping and handling. I'm like,
yeah.
And Patriot saw that. He's like, bro, if I had the shame button.
Yeah.
He's like, you didn't wait. Shame. I was like, I should have waited. Even my wife was like, dumbass, I just got it in 2 days ago. I'm like, great. So this time they're going to do.
I wanted to get that, but I don't like. I've been extremely. I'm going to use the word mature when it comes to my finances, because.
Yeah, I mean,
it's cool, but I have the Jinbao version. Like, I don't need more Blockies, so I'm more selective when it comes to models.
Yeah.
Even with 3 zeros, I have a Rodimus Prime that my friend got me, and I have the Sideswipe. I'm waiting for them to do a Sunstreaker. I was waiting for them to do a Shockwave, but then I don't like the one that they came out with. Like, they just announced a Shockwave, and
for which one? For which version? The
a G1. Well, 3.0 kind of G1,
okay.
Like stylized version, but I don't like it. It's so, and it's 185 Canadian, so it's the price of a Seeker, and I don't think he doesn't have all the wings and everything, so I don't think he's worth that price. So.
I got to laugh at a comment that Klinkle just said. He's like, how dare you play Funko Pops? Then first off, the Funko Pops, I will tell you, I do have I think I may have 20. That's it. But they were all 80s retro and 90s retro.
I have the huge Funko Pop Unicron because I didn't have a Unicron. Because I didn't pay for the
This one I had to
Haslab.
get though.
I have the Optimus Prime with the blue eyes. I have Nemesis. That's cool. I have the Megatron.
I had to get that one.
I have Megatron signed by
Senor
Frank
Flag.
Walker. So hopefully I'll get that Optimus Prime Funko Pop signed by Peter at Orlando. Hopefully
he'll go.
Oh, he's blaming for something. Hold on. He's blaming me for something. Ever since Raz got me on AliExpress, I don't think I ever be done. Hell, getting into cheap, like, okay. Punctuation, man. Cheap block, that's scare because I never can track my package, but love is that. I don't know. You can track your package, man. It's just kind of weird with AliExpress. But yeah, if you're on a budget, and David's been able to get a lot of good figures that, he just got his first G1 Optimus Prime not long ago on AliExpress. So, yeah, he was really happy. All right. Amen to Norbs. When it's not fun, it's time to tap out. Yeah, Norbs is a great guy. No, man. Clinical, they don't suck. They're just not your thing. That's a more positive spin on that. They don't suck. They're not your thing. Just like when you look in the mirror and you said, "Oh, I look dumb." No, you're just not your type. So anyway, but
this
yeah,
guy actually is actually got noises and cassettes and all that stuff. I think I showed this on my stream a while back. But to anybody that like says something like that, I'm not gonna knock you by saying that, because if that's not your thing and you feel this way from somebody, stay away from it. I'm not gonna promote something to you.
One thing I'll say is that if you get Super 7 figures, you're getting screwed on all accounts. Super 7s are not good. I have the Crocodile Optimus Prime, and I just lost a foot for no reason. Picked it up, foot stayed there. I'm like, what the hell? All right, cool.
I am so pissed off at Super 7 right now because they've got the 78 Superman figures out. I've seen them all. Lois Lane, Christopher, like Margot Kidder, Christopher Reeve. $24.99 for that figure. I'm like, no, that to me should be a lot less than what they're advertising for. Those were the kind of molds that they did for Star Wars back in '77, and that was $3 at the time. So I get it. You got to do a pay increase and all that stuff, but now it's ridiculous. And I would love to get those, because I even saw General Zod. I'm like, oh my god, they got both Marlon Brandos. They got both. They got the
but why would you need two Marlon Brandos?
The black suit, the black suit from when you did the trial, and then the white suit,
right,
with the committee.
So that's one figure with a change of clothes. You could do that. I like that comment here, Dark Ravage, saying much like Transformer, our collection keeps transforming. Absolutely, it evolves.
Yep.
Is that the KO Commander class Optimus still available? I think you can get that KO Optimus Prime on AliExpress. You can still get that.
They don't have it on DJC Collectibles? I thought they had it on DJC Collectibles.
KOs? No. I don't know. DJC is mainline only. Mainline 3.0, official stuff. But I do get a lot of stuff on AliExpress. Temu, not so much. I don't like that.
I tried AliExpress, and what I wanted, I kept getting that whole, the address is wrong. Oh, okay, I did the wrong zip code. That was me. Sent it to him. Oh, the address is still wrong. I'm like, no, it's not. And by the third time, I was like, done. And thanks to the person that I tried to order it from and explained the situation, refunded my money in its entirety. And I was like, I was happy. I was like, not happy that he sent me back the money, because I really wanted the figure. In fact, it was for Megatronus, the one you got, in fact.
Oh, yeah, the Iron Factory version that Jimmy got me. Such a generous guy, man. He gets me that Megatronus from Iron Factory at TFCon. He just, I just bought this for you. I'm like, what? Okay, wow. And then I mentioned in one of his video, I comment, I don't, I'm not going to get the Missing Link Bumblebee Cliff Jumper because with the exchange rate, they're too expensive. And he just mails them to me. I'm like, what? Wow, thank you. And then after that, happy accident. There you go, man. Happy New Year, man.
Happy.
I'll have you on this show at one point, Happy, because you had him, and he worked with some of the coolest people in the show business and stuff like
Yeah.
that. That was so like in video games, and I need to have a chat with that man.
Yeah. He's hard to come. He's hard to get though. He's very busy at work. I know that. So he knows he's always got the open invite for my show.
What is it called? Type in AS-08. I think that's the like Optimus Prime KO AS-08. That's the serial number for that KO Optimus Prime.
Okay.
But there's two versions. If I remember, there's two company doing it, and as I understand it, they're pretty much the same.
Dr.
So-
Average put MD-005.
Oh yeah, that's it. There's the MD-005, and then there's the AS-08. Those are two different companies. One actually came out with an upgrade kit for the red version where you can get all the accessories, Starscream's head, and the jetpack and everything. But then you can, for the recolors, they didn't recolor the upgrade kit. So if you want to, you're going to have a red jetpack and, stuff like that. So my schedule, well, dude, I want to do this every Friday. So whenever you have a Friday that you're available, maybe not in the next 2 weeks because I have 2 other people in line, but yeah. So yeah, happy 2026, everybody.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, you know what? I think I like this format. Talk a little bit, about the news, plug my channel, plug my sponsor, show my awesome new introduction from Gabe the Animator, and just chat with a friend. I plan to try to get voice actors, and down the road, I want to go beyond Transformers. If I can get an actor, if I can get anybody that is interesting, I'll do it. Just I want to have fun with this channel because I have to say, I don't have as much time now that I used to have. So the voice actor spotlight take a lot of time to do, and I lose motivation, or it's just so much research. Like it took me like 40 hours to do one. So if I want, like, it's a lot of work. So, and not that I'm lazy, it's just at my current mental state, I don't want to put all that time in for such a slight return. That's how I'll put it, But I just want to talk to people, So maybe I'll reach out to voice actors I've previously interviewed and try to get them back on the show.
Yeah, they should be able to come on. Like, hey, yeah, I'll be more than happy to come on.
Yeah, exactly.
You had some awesome guests. You really have.
I had some. That's the thing too. I covered the voice actor I really wanted to cover. I interviewed most of the actors I wanted to interview. Like, of course, I'm still missing Peter Cullen and Frank Welker. Dan Gilvezan, I would love to get Dan. Corey Burton, would love to get Corey Burton. But, it's just not. I would have to get like a paid subscription to IMDb and then contact their agent. And it's like a lot of money for probably a no. Because everybody's busy, everybody got lives, and that's why I like going to conventions. Like, I'm hoping in Orlando that we'll see. I would love. Corey Burton hasn't done any conventions. Like,
yeah,
I don't. If he's on the list for Los Angeles, maybe I'll try to get somebody I know who's going, and try to get him to give him my info or something. I don't know. I'll figure something out. So. But I would love to talk to the voice of Sunstreaker and Shockwave and a few others. So Spike. So
that's the one thing about the voice actors that we grew up listening to. It's like they're more open, I guess, to like communicating with the fan base, as opposed to like say like the actors that are the mainstream actors that are coming in to do voiceovers for the characters.
Yeah.
So.
One guy I would love to have on the channel, there's a couple of Facebook friends I have, actors, but Clancy Brown. I would love to talk with him, the Kurgan,
Yep.
like it
That's
would
the
be,
first thing I thought too. It wasn't
it
even.
would be so amazing. Like, yeah, sure, there's Mr.
Yep.
Crab, but the Kurgan,
The
and
Kurgan, Lex Luthor, Mr. Krabs. I mean,
yeah, I'm friend with Robin Shu, like I from Mortal Kombat. So maybe one day I'll have the guts and I'll reach out. Hey, do you give interview? I'm friends on Facebook with Christopher Lambert.
oh,
Maybe one day I'll
nice.
have the guts to get him on the show. Like
I
I
think
just
you'd
want
be
to.
happy to join us. I mean, like, especially now with the
I don't know.
upcoming.
Maybe he would. I just have to have the guts, ask, get the scheduling right, and see.
Yeah.
Like these guys, though, I would do. You want to do it on a Sunday morning at 5 a.m.? I'm there. Like anytime, anywhere. So anyway, I think I'm
That
gonna
would
wrap
be.
up. It's been an hour and a half.
Oh
I
wow.
took. Well, I mean, with you just an hour, but for me, an hour and a half. So I had a blast. This was fun to do. Talk about the news. I just need to get more water because I talk a lot. Um, but yeah, the dude that voiced Vecna as he crushed Stranger Thing. Yeah, that's the guy who does the voice is the same actor that is under the suit. I think Jamie something, and he is doing a good job. And I haven't watched the
Maurice.
finale yet. I'm waiting for my wife to come back tomorrow. Saturday, we're going to watch that. And my son already told me that it was amazing. Yes, Maurice Lamarche. You know what? I totally missed my chance with him. He was at the Ottawa convention, and like we had a Ottawa Comic Con. He was there, but there was such a long lineup. And at the time, I wasn't doing interviews. So, or maybe I had done like John Machida at the time, and I didn't go ask him, and I totally should have. He's such a legend.
Yes, he is.
So yeah, eventually I want to do. I want to try to get more people on the channel. Reviewers, animators, sound designer, anyone. Anyone that has a story. Hey, don't you have merch to plug?
Who, me?
You didn't you say that in the chat when I invited you? It's like, oh, I'll be able to plug in my new merch. You have new merch?
Yeah,
Or
but
don't you?
it's nothing. Nobody. This is all I'm doing. This is my merch. I got a hoodie. Got a hat.
So
That's
you-
it. The end.
That's it?
plug. That's it.
Dude, we could have done 5 minutes on that. All right. Well, if
Get
that's
on this. Okay, there you go.
oh man, I can't believe Lone Dragon remembered that. Yeah, Greg Berger butt dialed me once. That was freaking awesome. I love that. So yeah. Well, anyway, I'm going to wrap this up. Thanks for everyone who came in. I don't, I didn't track all the names. My girlfriend was there at the beginning. I know she's off to bed now. She's coming back tomorrow. My friend Winter was there. So yeah, a lot of people. Double D and her mom, Dark Ravage, David, Clinical, MCDJ, and all the other people. Thank you so much for stopping by. Don't hesitate and share the video, share the channel. I want this to take off a little more and to have like an audience. And you're talking about loads of voice, either Tara Strong, and then the other one is Nancy Cartwright. I think so. But yeah, I want to, I want to thank everyone and thank you, Martin, to accept last minute request to come on the show. But don't go away. I'll do proper outro. But thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you've enjoyed this. If you did, please like, subscribe, hit the bell, share, leave a comment. We love reading those. Keep coming back. I have more on the way. And remember that nothing in life gives the right to be an asshole. Take care.
Night.